What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. You ever been with someone who's trying too hard and it's a little desperate, it's a little weird, a little cringe, it's kind of just sad? Bud Light decided that Dylan Mulvaney was going to be their new audience, but that didn't work out great. That wasn't actually in line with data, which proves that it is young men aged 25 to 55 that drink light beer in this country. 75% of all light beer is drank by that demographic. And they spit in your face and they insulted you, and now their business is going bankrupt. And so you better work like hell to get that audience back. And so instead of Dylan Mulvaney, Bud Light has swung its entire marketing agenda to men just grunting at each other. That's right. So instead of they have effectively done what is the universe's opposite of a Dylan Mulvaney ad, which is men just going like making caveman noises at each other, featuring an NFL star tight end. You cannot make it up. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes. That's it. We're so desperate. Please, men, white men, black men, Hispanic men. Well, you're all drinking Modelo. Everyone, please come back. Please. This is desperate. Bud Light is mocked over new ad featuring Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce and men grunting in bid to reverse Dylan Mulvaney disaster to appeal to male drinkers. Yeah. It is very desperate, actually, looking. Because what Bud Light is doing here is they are doing something that you haven't seen in beer ads in a very, very long time. Including, but not limited to, Bud Light's ad that they released, the first ad that they released featuring old white men with white beards and big fat guts dancing in their little twinkle toes. Girls, actually not attractive girls, but still nonetheless, girls wearing bikinis like that. When was the last time you saw a girl in a bikini in a beer ad? Or like a bunch of white dudes. Bunch of old white dudes. When was the last time you saw them featured prominently as like the first person you see in an advertisement? That's the first guy you see. What does that say? It's a complete and total desperation. Bud Light has been branded desperate by releasing a new advert showing men aggressively grunting at each other. 15-second spot starred Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce, cracked open a cold one, and then grunted a bunch of other burly men. So there you go. Travis Kelce is 6'5", 250, big dude, and he's going inside of a chair in order to try and reverse engineer this. Okay? Again, this is the opposite of a 6'5", 250-pound dude going like Super Bowl winning NFL tight end going in a chair. This is Travis Kelce. He's won a couple of Super Bowls. Big dude, very successful career in the NFL. He's from Ohio, so he should know better. Dude should know better. All right. Sorry, man. You're now the new Dylan Mulvaney. You've joined forces with Dylan Mulvaney, so good for you, I guess. Bud Light has problems, huge problems, and they're not going away. In fact, they seem to be accelerating, especially if you check what numbers, the kind of numbers that this ad did on YouTube. So we pop on over to my other browser here. Check in on the YouTube's likes and dislikes on my Chrome browser. You can see here that this, zoom on in, this has 33 likes. So people are just stopping caring. And this is like what I think is maybe even the worst news for Bud Light. We're past the point where people like pay attention, and we're to the point where people just don't care anymore. 33 likes, 3,000 views. This was posted 48 hours ago. And it has 52 comments. Oh my. Who knew Kelce would buddy up to Mulvaney? Time for Kelce to get the Bud Light treatment. Bud Light's done no matter how many Clydesdales they bring in. Interesting. At this point, words and commercials are meaningless. It's all about actions now. Leave our kids alone. You reap what you sow. Bud Light is getting desperate, having 2 plants close because of lack of demand for their beer. That is actually happening. We'll cover that in a second. So now people are saying, nope, Sam Adams, Corona. People are responding. The entire response section here is people responding saying that they've switched their beer brands. And that is despite multiple pathetic attempts at Bud Light to try and fix their branding. The first attempt included a diverse group of individuals at a country music concert, except for it was effectively all women and no old white dudes, which are the majority of people who drink light beer, according to our beer statistics. Got it? Oh, that didn't fix it for you? Yeah. Nope. Oh, okay. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. They've also released, of course, this mewling, embarrassing, taking advantage of September 11th iconography ad of a horse running through the country. I mean, it's just reeks of complete and total desperation. Of course, no horse would ever be able to survive walking through St. Louis. The horse would be shot dead, just like everybody else wandering through St. Louis. Just like this brand has been killed by the people whose sole job it is to actually protect the brand itself. Human costs. Bud Light's $20 billion Dylan Mulvaney fiasco. 2 bottling plants are forced to cut production. Lay off 645 staff due to decline. Man, these are the things that, like, hit me in the soul. This is painful stuff. This is the painful stuff, okay? These people don't work in Manhattan and live in multi-million-dollar penthouses like Alyssa Heinerscheid did. Alyssa Heinerscheid doesn't have anything to say on her way to her $8 million penthouse in Manhattan. She's going to be fine. But what about the people who work in Wilson, North Carolina, or Simsboro, Louisiana? Those people, hundreds of them, are out of a job because they work at bottling plants and factories. And these bottling plants are now firing them because nobody's drinking their product anymore. This guy is blameless. Blameless. This dude is a machine repair mechanic. And he is now out of a job because of the jack moves made by people in New York City to destroy his job. This is what we mean by go woke, go broke. This is the painful end. This is the painful end of go woke, go broke. And I don't care how many NFL stars you put, making whatever noise you want them to make, because they'll do anything. Anyone will do anything for money. These people, they are complete and total whores. They will do anything for money, no principles. It doesn't matter what you pay these guys. You're not going to fix what you've done, the brand. This has become a political thing. It was always political. You decided to make it political. And so we're going to decide to finish the job for you. Ladies and gentlemen, if this doesn't make your blood boil, I don't know what will. Here's the report on these poor, innocent individuals all losing their jobs. It does not bring us any joy to report this. We are saddened for these individuals, and we want a better America. That's why we cover the story so doggedly. Watch.
New documents obtained by WRAL show a drop in Bud Light sales forced a glass plant in Wilson to cut down bottle production starting back in May. Last week, the plant's owner, the Ardagh Group, announced it would be shutting down the factory, laying off close to 400 employees. WRAL's Keenan Willard spoke with some of the employees and shares their concerns.
At an all-hands meeting here at the Wilson glass plant, employees say they were told by plant leadership why Ardagh was laying them off. Their biggest client, Bud Light, had seen a huge drop in revenue since April, and the company no longer needed these bottles.
Nearly 400 jobs eliminated. That's the impact of the Ardagh Group glass plant in Wilson shutting its doors in mid-July. In a statement last Thursday, the company told the Ruston Leader in Louisiana that the Wilson plant is closing, along with the Ruston plant, which employs 245 people. The statement doesn't identify a specific reason for the closures, only calling them part of a multi-year performance optimization program.
We've had a couple of machines down. It was, of course, being pointed towards the Bud Light situation.
WRAL obtained an internal memo from the Wilson plant manager dated May 18th. It says due to slow sales with Anheuser InBev, 2 of the factory's production lines would be shutting down. Multiple longtime employees at the Wilson plant say the majority of their business was making bottles for Budweiser and Bud Light. Industry data shows Bud Light sales fell 24% during the month of May after a nationwide boycott over the brand's partnership with a transgender influencer. At a meeting at the Wilson glass plant last Wednesday, employees say the plant manager told them that boycott was forcing them to shut down.
Because of lack of business and with Budweiser not selling the bottle, that they no longer needed our product.
Some workers feel there are other issues at play.
Personally, I don't believe it's all a Bud Light thing. I believe it's the industry itself.
In a February earnings call before the Bud Light controversy, Ardagh CEO said fourth quarter earnings in Europe and Africa were up 110% compared to the year before, while North America saw a 9% drop in shipments and falling revenue. The CEO said Ardagh would be closing some plants in the near future.
Following completion of the turnaround program, we will operate a lower number of furnaces than at present.
Employees at the Wilson plant say their union is negotiating a severance package from management. But for many, this was their second plant closed by Ardagh in the past decade, and they don't know where they'll find another good-paying union job.
They're descendants of, family that's also worked in the industry. Not only are you killing an employee's job, you're killing his family, his chances at sending his kids to college.
Keenan Willard, WRL News, Wilson County.